Hi guys, I hope you're all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do my little Facebook rune reveals for you all. So, if you were drawn to rune 1, we're going into the energy of woman. Woman is a time to really nurture the healing energy. It's a time to really embrace the feminine side, whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. It's a really, really important time, if you've been drawn to this, to really kind of nurture, to heal, and to just make sense of everything. Woman is almost like the wise, ancient sort of healer within, and it's almost like kind of, when we process things, it's trying not to sort of process things in a reactive way. It's trying to sort of look at the truth, the wisdom of something. Why has something happened the way it has? It's trying to take the sort of cycles, the life lessons. So woman is almost like the mother, the teacher, the healer, kind of the nurse, all rolled into one, if you like. Okay. Now, what's also quite interesting is Rune of Woman really goes into the vibration of self-love and self-care as well. So maybe some of you this week have had stuff happen and it's forcing you to go into that vibration of self-worth, self-care, just real sort of revitalizing internally at the moment. So it is quite a sort of fragile time, perhaps, if you've been drawn to this rune. Also, because of the shape of the rune, the way that the Y kind of goes, it might feel like you've been sort of pulled down sort of side roads. They could lead to sort of dead ends, but there is a clear path kind of coming down sort of in the middle. So if you feel like you've been sort of pulled down any sort of dark side alleys, or perhaps you've been involved in things that are a little bit negative or a little bit underhanded, perhaps in some way, this is sort of steering you back on track, back on course. And the Rune of Woman is again wanting to heal from those past cycles, those past times, those past experiences. So quite an interesting one if you've been drawn to this. It's all about the self-love, the self-care, definitely a time to nurture and to really start to feel at one with yourself energetically again. So maybe you've been feeling a little bit vulnerable, a little bit battered, a little bit bruised recently. So it's quite interesting. Now, if we've been drawn to kind of rune 2, we're going into the energy of the moon. We keep seeing this blinking moon, don't we? It keeps showing up. The moon is about exposure, it's revealing, it's bringing everything that's been hidden from view to the surface. Usually the moon can indicate a little bit of a warning for us, same as the moon in tarot. It's about kind of change of cycles. It's definitely sort of suggesting and showcasing that there's been some exposing or some revealing of the truth in some way or some format. The moon is also wanting to clear, cleanse, release anything negative that perhaps you've been going through, and it wants to bring about a change for new beginnings. So there are new cycles. So anything sort of negative, anything stagnated is ending, ready for a new cycle, a new beginning, a little bit of like a new rebirth almost. So that also comes in off the back of the moon. But definitely be careful, have your wits about you, pay attention to your inputs and your outputs, the energy you're giving, but also the energy you're receiving. Because the moon is suggesting that there could be some people, circumstances, or situations that maybe are coming at with you with some slight hidden agenda. Maybe some things are a little bit untoward or a bit underhanded. Just a need to be very careful and very cautious here with this. Okay, so don't get burnt by any experiences. That's coming in really strong. But also the moon wants to kind of offer, off the back of those changes, illumination. So it's lighting your path back up. Now, if you've been drawn to rune 3, we're going into the energy of the rune of man. Rune of man is a time for leadership. It's a time to reclaim back your power, your purpose. Rune of man is similar to the sort of kings in the traditional sort of tarot. So it's all about leadership. It's about kind of really starting to step back into your purpose, your power, and not be held back, not be limited by anything. So this is a time for doing. Whereas the Rune of Woman is a time for healing, and it's a time to sort of make sense and make peace with things. The Rune of Man is a little bit different. It's a time for leadership. It is quite a dominant rune. It is a time to just regain focus and make some practical changes. Things are not going to happen just by talking, about them. Sometimes we have to practically invest and make a change, and that's what this is wanting to do. The shape of it is an arrow, so it points upwards. So if you've felt a little bit sort of held back or a little bit kind of broken down, this is suggesting that you're going to shoot back up to the top. So there's also sort of success with the Rune of Man. The man is very good at creating and sort of harnessing long-term success. So it is quite interesting. So it's definitely time to tap into that sort of higher vibration, that natural leadership that you carry within you, and not being held back by any negative experiences. I talk a lot with the Rune of Man of like the song The Only Way Is Yaz, sorry, The Only Way Is Up by Yaz, which is basically what this is about. You know, if you listen to the lyrics of that song, it's about being in quite a negative space, kind of being at rock bottom, but then shooting back up to the top. The only way is up. So that's really what this is suggesting as well. So an interesting set of runes this week. I do feel with all of them, there's quite a lot about self-love, self-care. I think we're having to really maintain and manage some stuff at the moment. So be just a little bit mindful and a bit of aware of that as we kind of go through. But I hope you can make sense of them. Stay safe, stay well. The final 8 tickets are still left for devices on Saturday if you want to get involved, if you want to be coming along to that. Don't forget as well, guys, my 20% off all of my voice recorded email readings, my meditations and my online courses. That will end at the end of July. So you've got a little bit of time left, a couple of days, but there's not long. So do get booking, do get involved to take advantage of those extra offers. Still offering the Zoom sessions and the Facebook video chats. Drop me a message, we can get you booked in. Got a little bit of space become available here and there if you can do daytime stuff. So let me know and we can sort of see what we can do. And yeah, I think that's it really. So leave it with you. Have a fantastic week ahead, guys. And I'll catch up with you very soon. Love and blessings. Bye for now.